Have you ever noticed how your entire life seems to be moving towards something? A future event, a future version of yourself, a future moment where everything finally makes sense. When we're young, we wait to become adults. When we're adults, we wait for success. And when success arrives, we wait for happiness. Then something strange happens. Happiness arrives. For a moment, it feels real, complete, enough. But then, another desire appears, another goal, another horizon, and without even noticing, we begin running again. Towards something else, something further away, something we believe will finally complete us. It's almost as if life keeps whispering, not yet. Keep going. The answer is still ahead. So we continue day after day, year after year, chasing a destination that never seems to arrive. And maybe that's where the mystery begins. Because what if the thing we're searching for was never hidden in the future? What if our obsession with finding meaning is the very thing preventing us from seeing it? Throughout history, humanity has searched for answers. Philosophers searched for answers. Religions searched for answers. Scientists searched for answers. Poets searched for answers. And perhaps you have searched for answers too. Maybe late at night, when the world was quiet, when there were no distractions left, when you were finally alone with your own thoughts. And eventually, the question appeared. What is all of this for? Why do we struggle? Why do we dream? Why do we love? Why do we lose? Why do we continue moving forward? Knowing that everything eventually fades, most people believe there must be an answer, a final answer, a hidden truth, a revelation waiting somewhere beyond the horizon. But what if that expectation itself is the illusion? Imagine spending your entire life climbing a mountain, not because you enjoy the climb, not because you love the journey, but because you believe that something extraordinary waits at the top. A final answer, a hidden truth, a revelation that will suddenly make everything clear. So you climb, you sacrifice time, you sacrifice comfort, you sacrifice pieces of yourself, always believing that one day it will all make sense. And then, after years of effort, you finally arrive. You stand at the summit. You look toward the horizon. You wait for the answer. But nothing happens. No voice from the sky. No hidden message. No final explanation. Only silence. And beyond that silence, another horizon. Another mountain. Another destination. At first, this realization feels disappointing, even frightening, because if there is no final answer, then what was the purpose of the climb? But perhaps that question hides a deeper one. What if the climb itself was the purpose? What if meaning isn't something waiting for us at the end? What if meaning is created moment by moment while moving through uncertainty? Most of us are taught to think differently. We are taught that fulfillment exists somewhere ahead, just beyond our current circumstances, just beyond our current struggles. If I earn more, I'll finally be happy. If I achieve success, I'll finally feel complete. If I find the right person, everything will make sense. And maybe those things do matter. Maybe they truly improve our lives. But pay attention to what happens next. The goal is reached. The dream becomes reality. The destination arrives. And yet, another destination appears. Another dream. Another horizon. The finish line moves again and again and again, like chasing the horizon itself. No matter how far you walk, it remains just beyond reach. Perhaps this is why so many people feel lost. Even after achieving everything they once wanted, they expected a conclusion. Instead, they found another chapter, another question, another uncertainty, another mystery. Maybe that isn't a failure. Maybe it is simply the nature of existence. Life is movement, questions leading to more questions, roads leading to more roads, horizons leading to more horizons. Not because something is broken, but because there was never supposed to be a final destination. Maybe meaning does not wait at the end of the journey. Maybe meaning emerges while we are walking through it. And if that's true, then perhaps we've been looking in the wrong direction all along. Perhaps the answer was never waiting on the mountain. Perhaps it was hidden in the climb. Maybe life does not owe us an explanation. Maybe the universe was never designed to answer our questions. Maybe there is no final revelation waiting for us, no hidden page, no ultimate conclusion. And yet, every morning, the sun rises. People fall in love. Children laugh. Dreams are born. Memories are created. And somehow, despite all the uncertainty, life continues. Perhaps that is what makes existence so strange and so beautiful. We keep searching for meaning, while meaning may be quietly unfolding around us, in places we rarely think to look. A conversation, a familiar voice, a walk through an empty street, the sound of rain against the window, moments that seem ordinary, moments we barely notice, moments we assume will always be there, until one day they aren't. And suddenly, what seemed insignificant becomes priceless. A memory, a feeling, a piece of a life that can never be repeated. Maybe that is the tragedy of being human. And maybe it is also the gift. We do not know how much time we have. We do not know how the story ends. We do not know why we are here. Yet we continue anyway. We continue loving, creating, learning, exploring, dreaming. Not because we have solved the mystery, but because we are part of it. There is something profoundly human about that. Moving forward, without certainty, searching without guarantees, hoping without answers. And perhaps that is enough, or perhaps it isn't. That is not for this video to decide, and it is not for anyone else to decide for you, because the moment someone gives you a complete answer to how you should live, you begin living inside their conclusion instead of discovering your own. So maybe the most important question is not, what is the meaning of life? Maybe the more important question is this: while searching for meaning, did you notice life happening? Did you notice the people, the moments, the laughter, the heartbreak, the silence, the rain? Or were you always looking somewhere else? Maybe there is no final answer waiting at the end of the road. Maybe there never was. But the road is here, right now. And sooner or later, every traveler reaches the final turn. When that moment comes, what will matter more? The answer you found, or the life you lived while searching for it? That question belongs only to you. Every answer ends with another question.